become so normalized that we don't even realize it's a scam anymore.
So credit scores were only invented in 1989. Your parents and grandparents probably want you to believe that they also had to go through getting a credit history to get a mortgage, but the truth is they didn't. Before credit scores existed, all they had to do was walk into a bank and they'd get approved for a mortgage on the spot right there and then, basically. Now, the reason it was invented in the first place was in response to the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, which basically banned the banks from denying credit to someone based on their race, religion, or ethnicity, or gender. And because of that act, certain groups of people were now able to actually afford and buy a house. And certain other groups of people were scared of the idea of certain individuals moving into the house next door to them. So they needed a new way to gatekeep buying houses. So they made up a system where you had to go into debt and pay off credit, prove that you can pay back this mortgage that you're asking for from the bank, despite the fact that for years and years, banks did not have an issue with lending money to anyone for any reason, I guess. I mean, you could be a convicted felon and still get a loan or a mortgage. Famous outlaw John Marston in Red Dead Redemption 2 was not denied, despite the fact that he had federal agents after him. So between 1976, when this act was passed, and 1979, all the credit companies basically consolidated together to make a system that they can all use universally. And by 1995, all the banks out there basically started using this credit scoring system to judge whether or not someone is eligible for a mortgage. And this allowed banks to basically say, oh, you can't buy a house in that area, your credit rating is too low. But you can buy a house in this area where everyone else is also on a low credit score that we just decided for ourselves, I guess, because you didn't have the chance to build any credit because you weren't allowed to have any earlier on. And another note I just want to add on as well, people are very quick to judge China's and their social credit system that they have, where they rank and judge people based on certain things, and it determines your quality of life. But you know what, let's be honest, you guys fucking invented the system.
Put the debit cards down.
Are you wasting your time with those?
The debit cards are not building you any cash.
Right.
You're not building any credit.
Right.
And then if you lose your debit card, who gonna give your money back?
Right.
The bank gonna say, well, okay, you lost your debit card. We'll send you a new one in the mail, and we're gonna do a 30-day investigation.
Right.
I thought my money was protected by the FDIC.
Yeah, they lie.
You see what I'm saying?
Ladies and gentlemen, they lie.
Like, that's crazy.
Right.
If you get the credit cards and you're using those for your daily, everyday spending habits, you can use those cards for everyday spend, and you're gonna build credit. You're gonna get cash back. You know what I'm saying? And then your money is protected because you're just gonna take the money in the bank and pay the card back for the organic spend that you use, right? But if you lose that credit card, then guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna say, all right, cool, we'll send your card in the mail, Mr. Coopwood, and we're gonna reverse all those charges. That's crazy, right? So tell me, why again am I using a debit card? I don't.
Yeah, we cut them things up. Throw them to the side.
I don't walk around with them. I don't need it for nothing. Put the debit cards down.
If you actually live and you rent an apartment and your landlord takes credit card payments, just pay your rent with your credit card. You're gonna pay your rent anyway.
Right.
You should have the cash for it.
Right.
So just pay your rent with your credit card. When I go out with my friends to eat, my family to eat, I always pay the bill. I have them tell me. You know why I always pay the bill too? I get 4X at a restaurant.
With the Amex Gold.
Yeah.
Boom, 1, 2.
1, 2. Look at the cards that you have and figure out which ones give you the most benefit in those different situations. And now you maximize that.
Right.
Don't ever think small. The moment you start thinking small with that card, you stop using it. You ain't notice that they either shrink your limit or they cancel the card.
That's true, yeah.
Because they want you to think big.
Right. They want you to run it up.
They want you to run it up.
So do it, but responsibly.
Responsibly.
I see you.
Keep your utilization underneath 10%.
Right.
It's got to be underneath 10%.
Right.
Nobody wants to loan you money and say, hey, all of the lines of credit that you have are maxed out.
Right.
That's crazy. And it's the same thing with payment history. Nobody wants to see that you can't make payments on time.
Fact.
That doesn't, you would, I mean, come on, like if you know I got missed payments, you're not gonna loan me no money.
No, you ain't getting a dime. You ain't getting a dollar.
People have to, you have to position yourself like the bank. Like, think about like the bank. So if you're the bank, would you loan somebody with missed payments money? No. If you say, hey, you got $100,000 in available credit, but you use $90,000, I'm not loaning you a dollar. You're probably not gonna pay me back.
Yeah, I'll slap box you. I'm not gonna do it. Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Those right there, those two metrics equate for 65% of your score. So those are the two most important. You can't you can't stop falling in love with score.
Say it one more time.
Stop falling in love with score.
Come on.
Like I have clients with 650s that's in a better position than clients with 720.
Come on, man.
And it's because, like you said, the 720 profile terribly weak, thin. Got, you know what I'm saying? Got no accounts.
Come on, brother.
680, 40 plus accounts.
Yep.
5, 6 of them paid off.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so he gonna get approved for everything. You get approved for nothing.
Right.
I'm telling you my recommendations in order, if you want to go get a house, car, business credit, all of that. 680 plus is what the score need to be. Payment history need to be at 100%. Second thing is we want to talk about credit utilization. Keep your utilization underneath 10%. Credit age need to be 3 years plus.
Right.
My last metric is going to be inquiries. So when you look at inquiries, you got to have less than 5 inquiries in a 24-month time frame.
Facts.
If you want to put yourself in a position where no matter where you go, all those metrics have to be in place, you say, they're going to say approved. And what do you want? How many do you want? And where you want to send it to? That's it. That's how the profile need to look. Stop following.